Hi, Andrew here, and I think I'm through this latest fog, this latest gray mist. It began 10, 12 days ago, and I don't know what set it off. I used to tell my wife before I told her that I was a clinical depressive, before I told myself that I was a clinical depressive. I used to tell her, I read something a long time ago about free-floating anxieties, where you're out of sorts, unhappy, just for no reason. It just came upon you. And that was one of the excuses I gave her for my depressive spells. I told her, it's just a free-floating anxiety. Don't worry, it'll pass. And a lot of that was actually true. I mean, it was free-floating. There wasn't a cause. There wasn't a death, a loss, a robbery, getting fired from a job, or all of these things. There wasn't an inciting event in literature terms. They just happen sometimes. Now, there are definitely times when I'm fighting the depression and it was caused. I've been digging ever deeper. You may have seen in some of the more recent videos, I've been digging ever deeper into this stuff. And one of the things about clinical depression is that it is for longer than it ought to be, with no apparent, and the depression is greater than the cause indicates it might or ought to be. And that is what distinguishes clinical depression from an ordinary person's depression, or it's one of the things. And so if you want to talk about those two things, duration and outsized effect to very small cause, I've talked about what happened in the fall when the boys went back to school. I went from seeing them all day, every day, to they were in school for 7 hours, and I had them less. That was it. I didn't lose them. I wasn't divorced. My wife didn't take them halfway across the country. Nobody died. I didn't get fired from my job. None of the things that you might think might bring on depression. It was, I got to see my boys less. That one lasted to the last week of November or first week of December and culminated in one of my worst suicidal episodes. It's that one I can at least point to an inciting event. Last week, on the weekend, I don't know what it was. Bang! I got hit. Something. And I can think of other times where I had a major life-changing event brought on by a bout of depression that did not have a proximate cause. Delving deeper, maybe later, because I was saying there's free-floating and there's ones that are caused, but they have a duration. Sometimes the duration is awful, like September, October, November. 3 full months, like 12 weeks. This one was 12 days, perhaps. And it may be, and I'm going to have to start diarying this, that the free-floating ones are less serious and don't last as long. But it doesn't make them any less real. And it doesn't make it well, I guess it makes it a little less difficult to get through them. They're not as deep, but it still has the same effects. I lose interest in food. Do you see how long this mess is? This shaggy mess is? I have difficulty with dress and deportment, personal hygiene. The other side of it, I sleep. The other side of it is when that stuff comes back. So the next round of videos I make, I should be down to the wood again. I should be a little tidied up, getting myself back. But the thing that I was starting out to say is that I am back. I'm through. Here I am recording. I'm a little spacey in the last few videos I've recorded because it has been difficult. And one of those things I mentioned was sleep. I haven't been sleeping well. I averaged 90 minutes less sleep per night for those 3 months in the fall. And I have the sleep tracker app to demonstrate it. And then when I came out of it over the course of the next week, my sleep average numbers rose back up to normal. And last night I got a pretty good night's sleep. And I woke up this morning and I did something brand new. It's part of my changes going forward, my new plans and things that I'm looking to do in my off-ramp. And I had a 2-week delay, but today I got it going. These are sort of signposts along the way. I get knocked for a wobble, I get through, things come back. On the bright side, the wobble was not as bad this time. I didn't miss any workouts. I didn't screw up anything at work. The family, everything got taken care of. Every day a video went up. Every day something got written. I begun my book. Got it about half written, actually. And some other things. So the trough wasn't as deep. I got through to the other side faster. And like Canoehead Reeves said as John Wick in the first one, I'm guessing I'm back. I watched those recently. Fun movies. So, thank you very much for watching. That was my time. That was your time. And in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.